Hey friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to work more on this proctl project and make some modifications in it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to modify this find member functionality, and inside it I will write the full name and the account name. After that I will modify the set member.go file, and after that I will merge these two functions like the set member and the update member functions together, so that these two functions will work together as one function. And after that I will update these functions here in the update member.go file and in the set member.go file. So let's go to the find.go file, and inside this the first thing that I'm going to do is to write full names and account names like this. And after that let's update it from here, like uc full name and uc account name like this. And let's write uc full name and uc account name, like you see this here. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is to write 5 here, because there are 2 more strings added, so that's the reason. So I need to update it because it will give me an error, as you can see here. So yeah, so now it is not giving me an error, and these 2 credentials are also added. And now what I will do, I will call this function here in this set member.go file. So if I show you, as you can see here, that it is only calling the Boolean value, that is member found, but I will also call the member credentials also. So these are the member credentials, as you can see here. This the first one is the values, and the second one is the Boolean. So I have called just a Boolean value, but I will also call here the strings also, so that I can use them here. So let's open this, and after writing it, let's go to the here, and above this JWT token I will write if length of member credentials, what you can say, member cred is equal to 1. So why I have put this is equal to 1? Because I don't want the 0 value to be inserted. Why? So I will show you in the later on in this video, but first let me just write it out like this. So length of member cred 2, let's write like this, member cred 2, and then 0, and now let's write length of member cred is equal to this 2, all right, is equal to 0. So if password is empty, if the full name is empty, so this is going to be the full name and this is going to be the account name. So if password is empty, full name, sorry, I need to write it 2, and this is going to be 3. This is how it will work. Password is the index 1, full name is the index 2, password account name is the index 3. Password, full name, and the account name. If all of them are empty, then in that case it should execute these functions that I have written it here. All right, so I will write here like this, and down here. So after that let's give the if else statement also. Errors is, sorry, new, and I will write the member is already set, please update it, like this. All right, so basically why I am just taking the password, full name, and the account name, not the email address. As you can see here that the email address is also present here, so I'm not using it. So because when you will check the account, when you will check the verification of the member, then in that case the email address will be already inserted into the MySQL database. So that's the reason that I'm trying to find the password and the full name and the account name that are empty, not the full not the data that are already inserted. So I will just find the data that is not filled with some kind of data. Instead all these data are empty, like the password will be empty, the full name will be empty, and the account name will be empty. So in that case it should execute these functions. After that, if the password is filled with some kind of data, or the full name or the account name, these credentials are filled with some kind of data, then I will give this message that hey, your member is already set. So in that case you need to update it now instead of setting it up multiple times. All right, so this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. So I'm just limiting it, so a member cannot set the member credentials every time. Instead, if the member wants to update the data, he should go to the update mem.go file instead of the set member.go file. All right, so this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. So Let's save this and go to the update.go file, and here what I will do, I will merge these two functions, the set member and the update member. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to write the is set. This is a new parameter that I'm going to write, and this will be a Boolean value. And after that, let's write like this inside this braces, and let's write or is set. So basically what it does, so is set is checking the, if is set is equal to true, then it will be specific to the set member. But if this is set is equal to false, then it will be equal to the update member. Alright, so this is a Boolean value that I have set it up. So basically, if for the true, it will be relevant to the set member, but if it is false, then it will be relevant to the update member. Alright, so this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. And after that, I will use this is set here. So let's write it like here. If is set, then what I will do, I will write inside this curly braces. So now you can see that is set is showing the set member because it is set. So if it is set means if it is true, then it will be specific to the set member. But if it is false, like in this case, then it will be specific to the update. So as you can see here, the title, phone, location and working status, they are not relevant to the set member functionality. As you can see here, that in the set member, I am only requiring the email, password, full name and account name. But here you can see the title, phone, location and working status, they are not relevant to the set member. Instead, they are relevant to the update member, as you can see here in the update member. So that's the reason, if they are not set, or if the set is equal to false, then it will update the functionalities. If the set is equal to true, then what it will do, it will work on this set member functionality. All right, so I hope you understood. So let's copy this and now paste it down here. So if the user want to set up the credentials, then these three credentials will be updated. The email address is already inserted, so I don't need to set it up. And after that, if the user wants to update the credentials, then in that case, I'm updating the title, phone number, location, and working status. Just for now, because I will work on in the upcoming video, I will also work on the functionality in which I will make this able to update the password, full name, and the account name also. Because for the first time when the user will set the credentials, then in that case the password should also be updated, the full name can also be updated, and the account name should also be updated. So these are also the credentials that I will update it in the upcoming video, but for now I'm just limiting it to just these four variables or the four credentials, like the title, phone, location and working status. These four things should be updated in it. So yeah. So the is set is basically showing if it is true, then it is for the set member. If it is false, like in the else statement, it will be for the update member. So this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. And let's save this. And after that, I'm also going to give the if statement here also. So what do I mean by this? So I will write if is not set. It means that if it is updating or if the updating is required in it. All right. So is not set. So it means the updating is required. If it is set, then the updating is not required. Instead, the setting up is required. So if the updating is required, then in that case, for the updating, the email and password both are required. As you can see here, if I go to the update.mem.go file, the email and the password, both of them are required in order to update the member credentials. But if I go to the setmember.go file, as you can see here, that it is only requiring the email address to identify these values and set the credentials. All right, so this is the thing that you need to keep in mind. As you can see that if I show you the function also, that in the set member functionality, it is only requiring the email address, and in the update member functionality, I have set up previously that it is only requiring the email address and the password also. So I will limit the I will put the if statement that, hey, if it wants to update the set member, or if it wants to set up the member credential, then in that case only the email should be inserted, or the email should be required. After that, if the user wants to update the credentials, the member credentials, then in that case the email and the password, both of them should be required, because these are the required statements. All right, so let's write what you can say. Let's remove this from here because I don't need it. So basically what I will do, I will write the query here like this and like this. So basically it is showing that if the is set is not true, means it is false, false, then in that case the email and the password, both of them should be required, because now they are specific to the update member, not the set member. So in that case I will also use this, like write it like there. So you can see the email and password, both of them should be required. But let's say if it is only specific to the set member, then I will just require the email address, not the password. I hope you understood. So for the email, for the updating of the member, email and password, both of them are required, but for the setting up member, only the email is required. So yeah. So let me just check whether it contain any kind of error or not. So yeah, nothing is present here. So I hope it will work. So now let's delete this set member functionality, because I'm not requiring it. It is done in the update member. So let's save this like this, and let's go to the set member, and here you can see that I need to update it, like update, all right, member. And after that, as you can see here, that it is requiring the member password also. I have given the 4 credentials, 4 values, so it is requiring the email and the password also. So for the set member functionality, I'm not giving the password because the password is not required for it. So that's the reason I will make it empty, and after that I will write the true statement, because is set is equal to true. If it is true, then it will be equal to the set member, but if it is false, then it will be equal to the update member. All right, so this is the thing that I have written it here. So yeah, and these are the values. So a value should be 4 instead of 3, but I will what you can say, I will keep one value equal to empty string, because it is not required. Only the hash password, full name and account name is required for the set member. As you can see, full password, full name and account name is required for the set member, and the title, phone, location and working status, these are the 4 credentials that are required for the update member. So I will update them here instead of writing them here. So that's the reason that I have put it with empty string. So now it is not giving me an error. Let's go to the update member, and now you can see that it is here giving me this. I will put it like what you can say, update member is equal to false. Because here, if the false is given, then in that case it will show that this is relevant to the is set is equal to the update member, not the set member. Or for the true, it is equal to the set member. For the false, it is equal to the relevant to the update member. All right, all the things are the same, and you can see my member title, phone, location and working status, they are filled with data. So there is no need for me to write the empty string. So these are fine. So yeah, let's save this also, save this, and save this one also. So let's write go install. Let's go to the MySQL database, and let's first of all write MySQL u root p. Let's write MySQL select use proctl, because the database should be selected first. Select from members like this, and now you can see that this is the email address and the member credentials that I need to delete it, like delete from members where ID is equal to 18, like this. So let's delete this. After that, let's go to the project and write proctl logout first, proctl login, and Vanes tree, give the password, the email password. So now we are successfully done. Vanes is logged in. After that, proctl invite mem, email should be this one, the member email that I'm going to invite. So let's wait for this. Yeah, as you can see that the email address is now received. So let's copy this, delete this one. So let's delete this, close this one, and only enter this one. And now you can see that proctl logout, first of all log me out as a admin user, and after that proctl login, check. So check will basically check that the member is verified or not. All right. So now enter the verification code. Now you can see that the member is verified. If I check the member, you can see that the member is inserted here. So after that, when I will work on the set member functionality, you can see that that's the reason that I have set the member credentials equal to 1, because I don't want the member this email to be interrupted. I don't want this email address to be checked, because here you can see that the password should be empty, the full name should be empty, and the account name should be empty. Here you can see that the password, full name, account name, all of these things are empty except this email address. So that's the reason that I have not put the email address in it, because I don't want the email address to be checked, because if it is checked, then it will see that, hey, the email address is present but the password and these things are not present. So in that case it will give me this error that, hey, your member is already set up, although I have not set up, but just because of this email address it will give me this message that, hey, your member is already set up, so you need to update this. So I have just removed this email address because I don't need it. It will be inserted when you will check the invitation of it. All right, so I have basically I have written this if statement to check the password, full name and account name to see whether they are empty or not. If they are empty, then in that case these functionalities will be executed. So let's clear this, and now what I need to do, I will write set member, but let me just write the status of it. You can see that the user is still logged out, so I will write set member, set mem, and now I should write the email address, but this email address is required for the identification purpose. It is not required for to see that whether the account is empty or not. All right, so let's write this email address, password should be anything. I have just written the 1122, the common password that I can remember, and full name is going to be, let's say, this one, and the account name is going to be this one. So now you have successfully set up the member credentials. Now you can see that the member credentials are set up, so now they are working fine. After that, let's write proctl logout. So because I'm logged out, as you can see here, proctl status, I'm logged in as a new admin member user, so I need to log out if I want to check it whether it will work on fine. All right, I can log out. Sorry, I need to give the correct choice. Now log out, if I show you the status of it, you will see that user is logged out. Let's say if I want to log in again with a member user, I can log in. This one. Now let's give this one. Now you can see that I'm successfully logged in again as an admin user. You can see here. So now let's update the member credentials. So let's write update mem. So this time it should be title. So I will write the title hello world. All right, or the location, let's say Pakistan. So you have successfully updated the member credentials. So if I show you, you can see that this is Pakistan, this is hello world, they are updated successfully. All right, so let's say if I want to update the email address, full name and password, and the account name, these things should also be updated, but I have not inserted them yet. Instead, I have just inserted these things. So I will work on this in the upcoming video, in which I will update the password, in which I will update the full name, account name, and the email address also if the member wants to. All right, so I don't want to make this video too long. So let's write proctl, what you can say, instead of writing proctl, I will write git add commit, and then what you can say, merge the update, merge the set member and update member functions like this. After that, git push origin master. Let's refresh this. 70 commits will be okay. All right, merge the set member and the update member functions. All right, so they are working fine. All right, so let's take a look. Yeah, so I hope you understood and liked this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.